It is live.
Hey there, everybody. We're so glad that you can join us here on our first ever online Visual and Performing Arts Honor Society recognition and awards ceremony. Obviously, this is something that we didn't necessarily plan for a long period of time, but in a very short amount of time, we've been able to pull this together. And having that opportunity has really made a big difference for us to be able to share with our students some thoughts that we have about them and the contributions they've made to our program. So we want to give a big shout out and thank you to Isaac Tardy, who's helped to orchestrate and facilitate this. And he's going to be kind of he's the puppet master, if you will, and he's pulling the strings. No pressure. Basically, if anything goes wrong, Isaac Tardy, that's Isaac Tardy dot, no. So if anything goes wrong, you can send me the emails or send me the whatever the comments are. But what is great is if we could hear some encouraging words as we go along too. If you want to leave any comments or even chat along as we go, that's always nice to see too. So we have our visual and performing arts faculty here, and Deborah Susi in theater arts, and Patty Aiden in visual arts, Jessica Mayer, who teaches piano, and Natalia Getman from Bossoff Ballet Theater. And I'm Dean Neal, and I teach instrumental and choral music. So we're really thankful that you've joined us, that you're here for this kind of like groundbreaking, landmark making kind of evening. And we are excited about it. And I emailed the students and faculty about an hour ago that I'm excited and scared, excited and scared. And then I did a little quote from a famous Broadway show, from Into the Woods. Mm-hmm. And there were many things, many beautiful things, and we hope to celebrate all of those tonight. And we're thankful that you get to join us as we do that. We have a few special, really, really special moments as we're going to hear from alumni and friends throughout the evening, as most of them have prepared videos for our students and want to share with them. And so we're going to have those special moments coming up in a little bit. But our first special moment is from an alum who graduated in 1999, and his name is Evan Sposato. So we're going to bring Evan in, and he's just going to share a few things with our students. Evan Sposato is working in Chicago at the moment, and we're just really grateful that he can join us live here and share with our students and just be a part of this special evening. So thank you, Evan, for joining us.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for having me here. And hello from Chicago, everybody, where it's an hour earlier than it is there. Now, which always throws me off from having meetings with people in the East Coast, which, happens a lot. So I'd like to start by kind of offering my condolences to everybody for the way the year is ending here. I remember how much work goes into a jazz ensemble or a one-act competition piece, and I certainly understand the disappointment of not being able to see that process through to the end. I mean, even now, I had 6 productions scheduled to open within 2 weeks of the lockdown order here in Chicago, and one of those 6 found a life online and has had a very successful run that's ending this weekend. But the other 5 just have full sets that are sitting in dark theaters that probably won't open again until next year. And probably 3 out of those 5 might never see an audience. So I understand that, it kind of stinks to not be able to see all of the hard work you've done kind of come to fruition. And I'm sure at this point you've all heard some variation on the idea or the saying, kind of how you handle bad luck and disappointment will determine your future success, or what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, something to that effect. And there's definitely some truth to that sentiment, I'd say. We're all going to take some useful lessons away from this tragedy. But I think the more important takeaway from our current situation is that the idea that kind of what you learn before disaster strikes defines how you handle adversity. And from what I've seen over the last few months, artists are, not surprisingly, some of the best prepared for handling a crisis with compassion, grace, empathy, ingenuity, and humor. There's a reason music teachers dress up in dragon costumes and do silly walks through the neighborhood instead of dressing up in G.I. Joe costumes and yelling at legislators. And it's because they understand that we all succeed if we work together and support one another. So a few minutes ago, I offered my condolences. And now I'd like to offer you my congratulations for all the work that brought you here and the work that you continue to do. So keep sharing your art with the world, and we are all proud of you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much, Evan. It's we were just chatting before we began the event, and catching up just a very little bit in a very short amount of time. But it's so awesome to be able to see former students and make those connections and hear about the wonderful things that they're doing in their life and how the arts continue to be, whether it's their profession or how it extends beyond that. And I guessed at the year of graduation for Evan when Mrs. Susie and I were talking about it, and I said, I'm guessing it was like 2001 or 2, and then she was like 99, and I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how everybody else is getting older except for me. That's crazy. So, but you look wonderful, Evan, and all the best to you. We thank you for joining us here.
Thanks for having me
so much.
Yep.
And we're going to now move on to Natalia Getman and our Boss Off Ballet Theater students, and she's going to speak about them collectively. And I'll just say quickly that we began the Visual and Performing Arts Honor Society at MCI as a way of uniting together as a department. Most of our program areas have some sort of honor society that's a national recognition, but we wanted to be unified in what we did and recognize our students together. And some of those national groups carry, fees and such with them. And we thought, why can't we unite and do this together? So here we are. We've done this now for several years, and really grateful that we can come together as a department and share these accolades of our students. So I'm going to turn it over now to Natalia Getman and our Boss Off Ballet Theater.
Very good. So first time I want to welcome everybody at this wonderful evening event. I do feel very strange right now because this is the one way I've never learned how to perform, through the screen on a little computer. So, but I'll try to do my best. So needless to say, I'm a little bit nervous. I also think those nerves accommodate because I haven't seen so many of you in real life, and just miss you all, the students, especially students who I work with every day. And I know we have a special bond, and that bond cannot be broken by anything, even such a terrible thing that's happening around right now. I don't think our bond is broken. I think it's actually the opposite. It's bonding us together in some ways. So instead of talking, and I know my students for sure know I could talk forever, and sometimes most of it doesn't make sense until the end of it. So I decided I'm gonna read what I wanted to deliver for Hector and Riley and Taylor and Annie and Yagada and Louisa and Matthew. So I hope I didn't forget anybody. So, but I see some real Hector, for some reason you're upside down. I'm not sure why is that. You see the same thing, Riley? Is he upside down? No, oh, he looks upside down on my computer. So anyway, but this is what I wrote to you. When I think of word honor, the other word comes to my mind is the word respect. Respect doesn't come to you without putting any effort from yourself. It has to be earned. I have a great privilege to be a teacher of a group of young individuals who are growing and developing into smart and caring adults. and earning their respect every day following the path they have chosen. For them, that path happened to be art, and specifically art of dance. I'm sure many of you have seen classical and contemporary dance and probably thought how easily those dancers can execute their movements, how genuinely they can portray their characters on stage and tell the stories only with their bodies and emotions, not using any words. I will identify it as a dance language. No matter what, no matter how magical that may seem, it definitely does not happen by any magic. It involves hard work and dedication, exposing your soul with the world, and doing it all with a great respect to the art and your teammates. That's what our dancers do. That's who they are. They are young artists who are so fortunate to receive the gift of privilege to be on the stage and share their artistry with others. Each of my students is a unique individual and has its own character with strengths and weaknesses, adding their personal color to the palette to complete the final picture, and that picture is Basov Ballet. It's amazing to witness how dance in this instance, bonding such different personalities into a group that withstands so many challenges and goes through so many obstacles, and they're doing it together with love and caring for each other. I'm so grateful for all of your presence in my life, and I cannot be any prouder of all of you. Congratulations. Love you with all my heart. So I do want to congratulate you again on a personal note, and I wanted to make sure that we're going to stay in touch and be connected. We will see how the things are going to shape up in the future. And of course, I want to give a special shout out, even though it's not specifically for that this event being discovered, but to our seniors. So I see our beautiful Riley, because usually we have a spring performance when we have this special timing when we say thank you for all of those years. Now I'm going to cry. So I do want to, I see your face right now, so I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you.
Yes, for all of the work you brought in. And sorry. Also Yagada, who was here, she's not in person right now here, but she's in Poland, even though for a couple of years she was here. She brought so much joy and positivity, as well as Emma, who is graduating so earlier than her normal years, and it's just because she's super, super smart. So I want to wish you all best future, and I know you will build it, and I know you will build it strong, and most important thing, be happy. And for all of you guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natalia. And we really do appreciate all of that. And I just want to say that each of the students that are recognized receive a plaque and a medal. So the plaque is for being entered into the MCI Visual and Performing Arts Honor Society, and you receive a medal for any discipline for which you are inducted. So that will be available for you to pick up at the school, that physical recognition. So thank you all. Again, those students recognized in ballet are Hector Bly, Emma Carter, Louisa Garnier, Riley Max, Jagoda Novak, Taylor Provenost, Annie Street, and Mateusz Zolewski. And now we've got a couple of special videos that we're going to play for you. One is from Basov Ballet Theater alum and MCI alum Hannah Holtzclaw, and that's going to be followed by a video message from Catherine Zerlinski-Bikesi from the class of 05. So please enjoy these two messages.
Hi Basov students, I want to congratulate you on your induction into the National Honor Society. I'm so proud of your constant dedication to your studies. It is so important. You should all be so proud of yourselves and all that you have accomplished. I wish you all the best and keep up the hard work.
Hello, MCI Visual and Performing Arts students. My name is Catherine Zaralinsky-Bekeshi, MCI class of 2005, coming to you virtually from New York City. I wanted to thank Deb Susie, Dean Neal, and Natalia Getman for asking me to speak to you all tonight through your computers, your smartphones, your tablets, what have you, and to congratulate you on your honors. I had the honor of being taught theater, music, and ballet, respectively, by these three incredibly talented artists. And the MCI students and the entire community are so fortunate that they have devoted their time, their expertise, and quite literally their lives to teaching us and to inspiring us. As we all know, MCI has a first-rate arts education program and maybe a less than first-rate rehearsal and performance space. But I can honestly say that the skills I learned dancing in Founders Hall or singing and playing piano in a garage and acting in a gymatorium really helped prepare me in many aspects of my life and also led me to a career that I love, which is being a casting director for theater, musical theater, film, and television. I've been asked to speak to you all tonight briefly on the value of the arts in my life, and it's a little difficult for me to do so because the arts basically are my life. The arts are quite literally my livelihood. They're also my hobby. They're the gathering place where I've made lifelong friends. And at moments, I think the arts are also my therapy. They keep me constantly interested in learning more about the world around me. And I'm so lucky to wake up every morning to a job where I help find and create stories that encourage others to do the same. In 2017, there was actually a study that found that audiences' hearts synchronize during a live theatrical performance. And I think when we synchronize like this, it helps us develop trust and develop empathy, and it helps us to remove social barriers. So not only does live performance bring us joy and entertainment, I think it really makes us better human beings. I know that for many of us right now, music, art, dance, television, streaming entertainment are what are helping us get through this very difficult time. And as we all sit on pause waiting to make art in rooms together again, I encourage you to keep working, to keep practicing, and to keep researching. Maybe do a deep dive into a composer or a writer or an artist that you look up to. Just stay curious, stay proactive, stay safe and healthy. And when this is all over, keep demanding that better performing arts space at MCI. I want to congratulate you all on receiving honors tonight. I wish I could be there with you in person. Thank you so much for keeping art alive in Pittsfield, Maine, and thank you again for having me. Bye.
Thank you very much, Catherine. And again, we're just so proud of all of the alum that have gone and made their way in the area of arts in their profession and in making such an important part of their life. We're going to go in to recognize our first group of music students. And there are 6 students that are being recognized in choral music in the Visual and Performing Arts Honor Society at MCI. Those 6 students are Marta Weinstein, Emily LaChapelle, Corina Franzosi, Lillian Verrill, Aaron Nolan, and Adriana Oliveira. So we're going to try to build them in, and if some of them just don't make it in, then we'll continue moving on the best we can with the folks that we've got as we keep on going. With these students, Marta, Emily, Karina, Lillian, Aaron, and Adriana. So I'd like to just say a couple of quick things as I introduce each of them. So with Marta Weinstein, Marta is a freshman, and her involvement in the music program has been substantial already in her freshman year. Marta has been a member this year already in concert band and concert choir and in vocal jazz ensemble as well. And in addition to that, Marta auditioned, was accepted to the KV Senior Honors Choir, and auditioned and was accepted to Maine's All-State treble choir. So top students from around the state of Maine, and Marta was recognized and awarded that honor. But it wasn't just something that somebody said, "Oh, we think you'll be great," and we're choosing you. It was something that she worked hard for and applied herself consistently for, and earned that position in that Maine All-State Treble Choir. So thank you, Marta, for your wonderful contributions already in your freshman year, and we look forward to fantastic things for you and from you in the future. Thank you. Next is Emily LaChapelle. Emily LaChapelle is also a freshman, and Emily has such a passion for making music and performing. If you've had the pleasure of hearing Emily sing the national anthem, you can hear that come through very loud and clear. And Emily also contributed greatly to our first semester solo recital, and really came in and embraced being a part of our music groups and made significant contributions. Emily was not someone that was afraid to take the opportunities that existed before her and to try to make the very most of them. So once again, thank you and congratulations, Emily. Next is Karina Franzosi, who's also a freshman. So you can see that our freshman class is very well represented here, and we have very strong musicians and artists in this freshman class. Karina came in and made wonderful contributions, and our vocal jazz ensemble Caravan was in the process of going through their performance season when we had to go to remote learning. And I have no doubt that Karina's voice would have made many heads turn as we had gone to those performances and experienced that. If you've not had the pleasure of hearing Karina Franzosi sing, you're missing out on an amazing treat, but you'll have many more chances to come in the future. So congratulations for your involvement and your contributions, Karina, as well. Next, we have Lillian Verrill, and Lillian is a sophomore, and in her first 2 years in music, especially in the choral music, has proven herself to be very committed and dedicated and trustworthy, and also learning to take those risks that will help to advance her to the next level. And she's, if you've not had the chance to talk with Lillian Verrill, Lillian, you are one of the sweetest people that I get to speak with, and a truly genuine and sincere person. And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything you've contributed so far. And continuing on, Erin Nolan is in her senior year. And Erin we've enjoyed so much time together. Last year, we had some moments where we maybe had to make a little run for a Pop-Tart treat here or there. But again, somebody that is somebody that's so dependable, but not just for the music, which is important, but has an ability to truly see what needs to be done and executes that, and is giving everything they can to further their cause, but more importantly, the cause of the ensemble. So thank you, Erin, for everything you've done. And we really appreciate it very much, and appreciate you, Erin. And then finally, in the area of choral music, Adriana Oliveira. Adriana is completing her junior year and has a special voice and has lent that to the Vocal Jazz Caravan this year and last year, and in the concert choir. And Adriana had a situation this year where she was managing her program at SCTC and concert choir here and vocal jazz lessons, and still managed to do all of that and make such strong contributions. And I just felt like, how could we overlook that when you're so talented, so skilled, and so dependable, and show such great work ethic and such a wonderful attitude. And again, somebody that wants to improve themselves as much as possible, but cares so much about helping everybody to improve, and is, those students that I think about. Adriana is one of them that if I say this is what we need to do and where we need to be, Adriana is going to be there without a doubt, because she's going to do what it takes. So thank you, Adriana. So we're going to move right on from there. We're going to try to then bring in, if we can, the students in the instrumental music program that are going to be recognized now. And there are 5 students that we're going to try to bring in: Evan Rowell, Hector Bly, Dawn Moss, Ashley Soulier, and Sayaka Tada. I'm going to speak about. So with these 5 students, their contributions have been very much in the more focused instrumentally, but in some cases just universally in music. So I'm going to start with Evan Rowell. Evan Rowell is a freshman, and once again we see the strong contingency in our freshman class. And Evan Rowell is a trumpet player, and Evan, I appreciate how you are willing to take risks in music and willing to put yourself out there to learn as much as you can on your instrument and to try to grow as much as you can on your instrument. You do it because you love it, but you do it because you want to know more about it. And that kind of interest and enthusiasm and curiosity, coupled with your talent, it's going to take you so far. Evan, on his own this year, auditioned for All-State Jazz and just missed qualifying for All-State Jazz without any other assistance, and did all that work on his own, which is very rare. Most students have that time, but as an incoming freshman, he didn't have the music well in advance, and so he put it together. He just showed such determination this year and just an ability to take those steps that said, I want to improve, and nothing's going to stand in my way to do that. So congratulations, Evan. Next is Hector Bly. You saw Hector recognized already in ballet. And I didn't know that until we submitted our nominations, and I saw that he was being recognized in ballet. And Hector's receiving music recognition, not specifically for instrumental, but for his contributions in music overall. Hector this year was in concert band and vocal jazz caravan and concert choir, and last year took on learning to play French horn to contribute to the whole ensemble of the concert band. Hector has an amazing gift in the arts, whether it's dance or whether it's music. His ability to take that information, to analyze it, synthesize it, and make sense of it is remarkable. Hector applies himself in those ways. He was a very good communicator this year with balancing the after-school vocal jazz responsibilities and his ballet responsibilities. I just so impressed, Hector, and so thankful for everything you've contributed to us so far, and really excited to see what will come in the future. So thank you, Hector. Our additional students, and some of them were unable to join us tonight, and others were trying to get logged in. So we're going to keep going on as we can. Dawn Moss is finishing her junior year, and Dawn came to me last year at the end of the year and said, Mr. Neal, I want to take lessons over the summer, and I want to audition for All-State on bass clarinet. And so she did, and she balanced that with field hockey camps and other responsibilities, and she was practicing diligently, and we came back to school and she was practicing and she was working hard, and I'm not a clarinet player. So, and I was doing all I could to help her. She is so tenacious and unrelenting in her drive to succeed at what she does, what she puts her mind to. And Dawn, you did that, and she earned a spot in Maine's All-State Band this year. Just amazing. It's such a limited number that they accept on bass clarinet. And so they're very selective. And that, in large part, is attributed to your desire to have it, to do it, and put in that work and that effort. So congratulations, Dawn, for all of that work. I'm not sure if Ashley's here. No, Ashley. Okay, so Ashley Soulier is finishing her senior year, and Ashley has been a part of concert band, and for the last 2 years, a member of jazz band. And during that time, she has been a person whose energy and enthusiasm and willingness to do everything that was asked of her within that ensemble was so evident. And her ability to do that, and to never, in a way, blink twice. If I said, this is what we need to do, then she would take those steps needed to accomplish that. And Ashley came into doing jazz band kind of by request. we had a student in her sophomore year who was unable to do a performance. And I asked Ashley, could you fill in? And she filled in. And then I said, would you mind staying? And she was like, yeah, great. And so we've had a great time over these last 2.5 years in jazz band, and then the last 4 years with concert band. She's been phenomenal, and we thank you, Ashley, for your time. And then finally, Sayaka. Sayaka is, if she's able to be in here, Sayaka, I think, is coming to us from Japan, if she's able to log in. She said she was going to try to be on with us. Hi, Sayaka. So Sayaka has been with us for 2 years, and I am, Sayaka, you have musical talent and gift, yes, but I love that you want to try things and experience things and take those bold steps to improve and to grow. And you've done that so far in music with great results. So thank you, Sayaka, for everything you've done. It's really been a special time these last 2 years. Thank you. And so that wraps up all of our music recipients for our Honor Society this year. And right now we have a video from Renee Black. She is the owner and operator of the Kennebec Dance Center. So we're going to hear from Renee Black now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Renee Black. I am a 2002 graduate of Maine Central Institute and the Bossoff Ballet Theater program. I am now the owner and artistic director of Kennebec Dance Center in Augusta, Maine. I would like to first congratulate all of this year's Visual and Performing Arts honorees for the significant contributions that you have made to the areas of music, dance, theater, and visual arts at MCI and within your community. I came to MCI as a sophomore for the ballet program. At that time, it was under the direction of Andre Bossoff, and Natalia Getman joined the faculty during my senior year, so I was lucky enough to study with her as well. I was on the drama competition team under the direction of Mrs. Deborah Susi. After high school, I suffered a severe back injury that halted my professional dancing career, and I attended Simmons College, which is now Simmons University in Boston, and where I double majored in communications and English with emphasis in graphic design and writing. The performing arts education that I received at MCI, as well as the humanities education that I received at MCI, was extremely valuable in the visual and literary arts education that I chose for my college course. And after college, my career path started in graphic design and marketing, and eventually I became the principal director of a marketing and advertising agency. During this time, I was also teaching ballet part-time. I was presented with the opportunity to purchase a dance studio that was going out of business, and I jumped at the opportunity to apply my practical business knowledge that I had earned through my marketing career with my performing arts education and the experience that I had gained teaching over the years. So I was able to save. I purchased and I saved the business, and I'm proud to say that in 3 short years I was able to triple the business. Every aspect of my career and my education has related back to the arts in some way. Now it's pretty much 100% based in the arts, and it's finally my turn to help educate the next generation of artists, and I'm very fortunate to have that as my current career path. So again, to all of this year's honorees, congratulations, and I implore all of you to continue to embrace your arts education and to draw from it as you approach every new experience in your lives. Thank you so much. Best wishes to all.
Thank you, Renee. And we're going to move on to our visual art honorees. And Ms. Patty Aiden is going to introduce them and congratulate and honor each one of those. Ms. Aiden.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. Hi, I'm Patty Aiden. I'm the visual art instructor here at MCI. I have a group of young artists here that I want to express my pride and amazement at them. Like our guest speaker talked about, we can talk about, how, what didn't work out, what we didn't get to do. Like I had to work through that, like the things that we could have done in art class, but we did so much of getting ourselves settled and comfortable. Like the 5 people I'm going to talk about tonight, they not only took art classes, but they really found ownership of their own experience and growth. So the skill building that we did do really got them ready for kind of getting kicked out of the nest early. The work that they've been turning in and can continue to do, and how they're working through their struggles and disappointments is really impressive. So I'm really proud of all of you for all of what you've done, not just your visual art. So first, I was going to speak about Vivian Duncombe. There she is sideways in my computer. Vivian is being honored tonight for her exceptional work ethic and attitude toward her classmates in studio practice. I had to write stuff down so I don't ramble on, so forgive me for reading. But in the ceramics and studio and sculpture studio, Vivian used her methods that she learned in class, and she really had this natural ability of combining her personal inclination of the natural world with her what I asked her to do or what she wanted to do in the art class. So her thoughtful and curious approach is evident in all her work. And Vivian even has taken her interest in ceramics to a higher level by purchasing her own wheel to continue ceramics after school. So that's really awesome. So I'm really proud of you, Vivian, and I can't wait to see what else you make. So thank you very much. Rhonda O'Brien. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda, you're being honored tonight for your creative dedication as well as your mentoring other students in class. I've seen how other people in class ask you for help and how you readily stop what you're doing and give them advice and feedback, even though we're not having a formal critique or an informal discussion. So that's a really added a lot to the class to be that supportive. Your curiosity, artistically and otherwise, intellectually, has kept you expanding and taking artistic risks that have really helped you bloom further. And so it's been really great to see. And I look forward to seeing what else you make as well. So thank you. I'm proud of you. Ava Patterson is not with us tonight, but I wanted to mention her. Ava also has a natural inclination for art making. She's being honored for her consistent work ethic, her artistic commitment to herself and her classes, her quiet and creative presence in the art room really helped create an atmosphere of ease and creativity and just comfortableness with everybody. So I really enjoyed her and seeing what she makes, and I hope to continue to see what she makes. I'm really proud of you, Ava, out there. Giovanna Ramirez. Is she here? No, Giovanna? Giovanna is being honored tonight for her commitment to her artistic growth and her work ethic and positive attitude. In class or online, Giovanna's effort and commitment to art is unchanged. Despite numerous obstacles, Giovanna has excelled in artistic practices, self-awareness, and overcoming. Her willingness to reach out for help has enabled me to partner with her to work through the inevitable problems of art making. And hi, Giovanna. So I hope you caught what I was saying. I'm really proud of your abilities, your blooming, and your willingness to work through obstacles. And I look forward to seeing your continued making after high school. So thank you. Proud of you. Our last inductee is Amanda Nias. Hi, Amanda. Amanda, you're being honored tonight to acknowledge your exceptional effort in the painting studio and your commitment to developing your artistic practice. You have an original vision combined with a willingness and openness to new approaches. This is a winning combination for your future in the arts and in the world at large. And also I wanted to say congratulations publicly. Amanda was accepted at Mass Art and is going into the animation program in Boston. So really super proud of you and excited for what you can do there. So good job. Thank you all for an amazing time at MCI, and I hope to continue to see what you all can do. So thank you, Mr. Neal, and all for doing this.
Thank you, Miss Aiden. And again, congratulations to those visual art students. It's really exciting to hear about, to hear about somebody that enjoyed it so much that they bought their own specific tools or materials to continue to do that. That's pretty awesome. We're going to hear again from an alum. This is our last video from alum. This is from Jason Cook, who graduated in 2001 and living and working in New York City. So let's hear from Jason Cook.
Hello all, I'm Jason Edward Cook. I graduated MCI eons ago in 2001. Congratulations, you guys are officially arts geeks. Welcome to the arts geekdom. Don't worry, when I was at MCI, I was a huge geek too. I was in literally every music group offered, every theater production I could get cast in. And then started community theater at Lakewood, and then pursued it in college at University of Southern Maine for musical theater. And then after an internship at Maine State Music Theater in Brunswick, I got the confidence to pursue it in New York City, which is where I am now. I guess the advice I would give you moving forward would be to explore. Try everything. Don't just stay safe, don't just stay comfortable. Find that nitty-gritty, weird little thing that you love and make something out of it. That's how you do it. You use what you are. You use who you are. And just recently, in the last couple of years, I wanted to get into voiceovers. I started classes, I worked really hard, I got an agent, and now, amidst all of this craziness, I still get to audition, and I still get to work. So, congratulations on an amazing 4 years, or 2 or 3, wherever you're at. I'm sorry you guys can't walk down the aisle this year, but don't worry, you have your college graduation to walk down that aisle. And be patient, be yourself, be kind, be safe, and give Deb and Dean a huge hug from me. Thanks.
Thank you, Jason. It's so great to see him, see his smile, and it's interesting to see those kids grown up. So it's really neat. So we're going to turn it over now to Mrs. Susie and our last group of students to recognize as we go through our drama students. And we're going to begin with Mrs. Susie introducing them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Neal. I have quite a large group. This is a year where we all have, every once in a while, we have a super group of students and artists going through, and this is theater bumper year, I guess. I'd like to first speak about Karina Francosi. Karina, it's unusual for a freshman to be nominated for any honor society, but when you've been practicing your performance craft for a few years on the Opera House stage and Lakewood stages, previously to your arrival at MCI, this award should come as no surprise. I can't begin to imagine what ways you're going to learn and grow over the next 3 years. And I am so excited for you, both at MCI and the Waterville Opera House stage. Looking forward to working with you. So congratulations, Karina. Jet Gerke is the next one. I suspect he's probably not here because he's working. And he really doesn't do technology. And I don't blame him because I wouldn't want it any other way. Jet is the engine and energizer bunny for our set designs. I usually ask him, Jet, can you do this? And he goes, let me think about it. And it usually takes a good night's sleep. And the next day he's in my room telling me all about his solution. Congratulations, Jet. Thank you for your hard work. And it's with much happiness and sadness I look forward to next year because it's your last year. So thank you for your hard work. Reagan Larry is our next honoree. Reagan has been a 4-year contributing member to my technical theater class, and every so often she steps out of the wings to join her twin sister on stage as a member of the ensemble. I have enjoyed your can-do problem-solving filled positive attitude, Reagan. You are receiving this award because you are not just a member of the Festival Theater Ensemble, but you have been a 4-year member of my technical theater class, and it's a rare accomplishment. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Sherman O'Brien is my next honoree. I first heard about Sherman from his sister, Rhonda, who is also receiving an award for her 4-year contribution to the MCI drama. And I have no idea why this young human didn't join sooner, because he's a natural talent. Do you sing, Sherman? I can try. Would you like to be in a musical? Oh, sure. In addition to amazing timing and a wonderful sense of humor, Sherman has a unique gift of making others with whom he shares the stage with look good. He raises the stakes for everyone around him. He is the ultimate ensemble actor. Congratulations, Sherman. I can't wait to work with you next year. My next honoree, I'm not sure if he's here, is Xavier Moss. Xavier, your first impression of him is only a piece of who he really is. He is a son, a brother, a friend, and obviously an athlete. But he's a human filled with so much music and storytelling, one that I have enjoyed watching develop and grow over the past years. I was truly heartbroken for our drama team this year when we were unable to hold a state competition, as Xavier's raucous, larger-than-life Ben Johnson was just a joy to behold. Congratulations, Xavier. I am so proud of you that you listen to your artistic calling, and my wish for you is that you find a space for it throughout your life. Rhonda O'Brien is my next honoree. Don't let her quiet demeanor fool you. Rhonda is no shrinking wallflower. She has worked every aspect of technical production, both on and off the stage, from understudy to technical work. One of her biggest shining accomplishments was learning how to ride a unicycle for MCI's 2018 production of Big Mary. For which I will always be impressed and use it as a shining example to whoever says to me, oh, I can't do that. Well, I know somebody who can. You are a very proud big sister to Sherman, a consistent cheerleading voice for the MCI theater program. Thank you for your contributions throughout your high school career, Rhonda. I am so very glad you were able to continue working with theater on top of a very busy academic and real job work schedule. Thank you so much. Erin Nolan is my next honoree. What can I say about this amazing human? I mean, when a member of your tech crew volunteers to be a stage manager, a job that she has never done before, knew very little about, and continues to knock it out of the park, well, you know you're in the presence of a superstar. She could easily take this as a major and get a job right out of college. Oh, and I didn't even mention her directing skills and insights. You are truly amazing, Erin. And I wish we had discovered your superpowers much sooner. I shall miss your quiet leadership and your amazing insights. Congratulations. Harrison Seitz is my next honoree. Harrison is a Renaissance man, but he doesn't want you to know it. He has always been a good member in standing of the technical theater class, working both sides of the scene on stage as a member of the acting ensemble. This year, MCI's production of The Book of Will by Lauren Gunderson, he took on the historic legend William Burbage, and he worked hard on the role. I mean, real hard. He took acting lessons from Geraldine and Bart Shattuck while playing varsity basketball and attending to his studies. Not only did his portrayal of Burbage help MCI score an incredible 98, 98, and a 96, he was nominated for all festival cast. That is a rare feat for a first-time actor. Congratulations, Harrison. My next honoree is Riley Stark. You know, the saying, it's better late than never, is exactly how I feel about finally getting to work with this amazing human. The MCI Humanities Department already knew Riley was an avid and prolific poet and speaker, a published writer, a budding playwright. As a contributing member of Mr. Neal's chorus, the music department already knew she could sing, and finally, the theater department got their chance to work with her when she auditioned for MCI's first fall musical in about 9 years, wowing us as Rona Lisa Peretti in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Her touching and sensitive portrayal of Rebecca Hemmings was simply lovely to witness. Thank you, Riley. And thank you for finally giving me the wonderful gift of working with you. Michaela Bailey is my next honoree. Michaela has been contributing her artistic skills to MCI set designs since she was a freshman. What some of you may not know is that over the past 3 years, however, Michaela has also been sharing her talents and skills at the Waterville Opera House, working backstage as an assistant stage manager, run crew, tech help, any other job they asked her to do. This year, with the help of Dylan Dunton, an opera house musician, Michaela helped on the light board during our one acts, adding more evidence to my mantra that the arts really can help you do anything. Thank you, Michaela. And Marley says, woof. Lillian Hopkins was unable to join us today. But I want you to hear a little bit about her. I nominated this quiet, insightful human based on her work and contributions to the technical and festival theater, aka drama competition team, over the last 4 years. As a member of the tech classroom, Lillian frequently finds and seeks out little details that are left to be done. She does it quietly, frequently without asking, and almost always before you notice and without seeking praise. It has been an honor and a pleasure to work with you, Lillian. Thank you so much, and congratulations. And my last honoree this evening is Ina Ostrova. Thank you, Ina, for joining us from Russia. It must be 1:30 there now, right? At least.
It's already 3 a.m., Miss Susie.
Oh, no.
It's fine. It's fine. It's so nice to be here and see your face. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, Ina, thank you. Thank you for your work behind the scenes on costumes over the last 3 years. Your extraordinary talent with a needle and thread and fabric, creative problem-solving skills have produced some of the most amazing designs such as circus characters for Big Mary, Xavier's crocodile costume for Peter Wendy, and the elegant period pieces for the Book of Will. It wasn't unusual for me to find you working quietly hours after everybody left rehearsal or asking if you could return to work on a costume during your study hall. Your dedication to quality and artistry in your costume work is truly exceptional, and I will miss you. Thank you, Ina.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Susie. And it really is, I know every time we've met throughout the remote learning as a department, and what we've talked about with the largest smiles on our faces is about opportunities to see our students. So tonight, to be able to see our students' faces on their screen and be able to do that, it's really been a special time. Really quickly, I want to bring Michaela Bailey back on because I wanted to make the point that both Lillian Hopkins and Michaela Bailey have already been recognized in our Honor Society in previous years in other disciplines. So Lillian had been recognized in music in previous years. Michaela has the distinction of being one of a select group of students who has been recognized this year in theater, a previous year in music, and in a previous year in visual art. So Michaela is a triple threat in the arts. She is a rarefied creature indeed. And but that's really amazing to have students that connect so deeply with the arts and are willing to reach out there, even as Jason Cook spoke about, try to step out and try new things and keep growing. So Michaela, thank you for being that triple threat, and congratulations. So that concludes all of the students we wanted to recognize tonight. And even with trying to get everybody in and working through it, we finished it all up within an hour, which is great. We want to say a big thank you again to Isaac Tardy. Isaac, can you jump back on now that you're, maybe done pressing buttons and like everybody give a big hand to Isaac out there, wherever you're at.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. For the folks at home, we've got our own little side chat going on with our conversations about, behind the scenes production. So it's been really cool to be a part of this and to make this happen. And I think amazingly for our first time doing this, how do you think it went, Isaac?
I think it went really well. I was texting people too individually, but it went really well.
Great. Yeah. And so if you're watching this live out there, feel free to leave some comments about, how this all went, and, good comments. If you have any negative things to say, that's Isaac Tardy . But if you have anything, negative to say, keep them to yourself. We want to hear support and encouragement for our students. And as always, we appreciate the support and the encouragement that you provide to our art students every day and each year. Why do we have such strong arts program at our school? Because we have outstanding students that will do the work, but we have outstanding people behind them that are saying, hey, this is important to life and what we do in everyday walk of life. It's a part of it. So we thank you for that. So I'm going to sign off and we're going to say thank you and best of luck to everybody, and looking forward to all of the end of the year things coming up as we wrap this rather unusual but concluding year. So thank you all and good night.